Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm doing very well, thank you. Um, I just assumed. Anyway, uh, I am Sam, and I am here to introduce my channel and myself to you, the YouTube audience, because I realized that after, you know, being a huge fan of YouTube myself and seeing so many wonderful personalities and channels that you really don't get a chance to get to know that the person that's behind the videos, and you don't really get a sense of who they are or how well they fact check and that kind of stuff until you're several videos in. And so I wanted to start off my channel with a basic introduction so that you know kind of what to expect from from uh, from the channel and from myself. So again, my name is Sam. If you happen to like this video, please like and subscribe, and please comment. I cannot stress that enough. I do want to be able to take topics from the audience so that we have a better kind of back and forth with us. So my channel is What the What, because I'm told you're not supposed to really curse on YouTube. So I will do my best with that. Hang tight with me, guys. But I wanted to tell you what the channel will cover, how I came up with the idea, and all of that. First of all, how I came up with it was through a lucid dream. And if you don't know what that is, lucid dreaming is a form of dreaming where you can actually kind of control what's going on within your dream. And so I had this dream that I needed to kind of get some information out to uh, the general people. And I thought, what better way to do that than YouTube? Because everybody's into YouTube. Nobody gets TV unless you're well over, 60 or so. From what I grew up with, knowing TV, everybody gets it from videos now, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all these things. So instead of writing a book, which was my first instinct, I thought, it's better to reach people through video. So here we have it. What the What is going to cover an array of topics. I want to keep things fresh. I want to change things up a bit. And I know that's not the normal niche type of situation where most YouTube videos are concentrated on one specific area and they don't really branch out from that. And that's okay. That's great. I love being able to find videos that I'm interested in through that system that they have. But what my channel is going to cover is a little different, and like I said, I hope to branch out a little bit, depending on what you guys are interested in. And I have a lot of knowledge. I know a lot of very knowledgeable people, so that even if I don't understand a topic, I know where to get the information. Okay, so if you do happen to like this, again, like, subscribe, comment, leave me some topics that you guys want to hear about, and I will do my best to find everything out about that topic, and we can go from there. However, to start off with, I do want to cover topics such as past life regression, dream interpretation, raising your vibration, and holistic cooking. I also have some on numerology, personal growth, and how to deal with different issues such as depression and anxiety, holistically. Things that I've got children of my own, which I'll get to in a minute. But, so I've had teenagers all around me for years and years that have suffered with all of these issues. And they keep calling me and asking me, what can I do for this? What can I do for that? Because I feel better. And so why not share that with the world and see what you guys think, and how you guys cope with these things. So those are just a few of the topics. There are I have a whole list of things that I want to cover. But that's just to start off with. So, a little bit about me. Um, as I said, I lived in the South for quite a while, so you might hear "bless your heart," either in a good way or a bad way. Um, however, uh, I have recently moved to the Pacific Northwest, which is where my father now lives, and he's getting older, and my stepmother is suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's still pretty early, but I don't work. And I don't work because I'm on disability myself. And the reason why I tell you this is just not random facts, but I do suffer from a condition. One of my conditions is Meniere's disease. And I don't know if any of you guys have issues with balance or dizziness. Meniere's disease, one of the top issues with it is chronic vertigo. So if you ever see me, if I'm doing a cooking segment or a gardening segment, and I'll try to edit those out. Technology is not my numero uno, if you will, but just so that you understand a little bit about it. But I did move home. Living next to my father in a camper. I had to sell my home to move here and take care of him. But I think that's what we really should do. You know, the younger age forgets that, you know, our parents took care of us in some fashion or form. I'm not gonna say it was the best for you or the best for them or anything like that. Not here to judge. But, you know, as children, when our parents get to that age, it's so easy to put them in a home or put them off on somebody else. And that is not how I operate. Now, it may be best for you to do that, especially with issues such as Alzheimer's and dementia. If you can't, you know, put forth the time and effort to deal with that, then, you know, maybe that is your option. But it wasn't for me. It's always been in my mind that I would eventually take care of my father. So there you have it. Now a little history on me, besides the Meniere's and vertigo and stuff like that. I I feel like everybody tells me I've been through quite a few things in my life. I am adopted. The man that I call my father is actually my biological uncle. Both of my biological parents were mentally retarded. So I do have experience with that. I have a sister that's mentally retarded as well, whom I try to look after. And she's pretty self sufficient, actually. And in some areas, and we'll get into this when we discuss some of the mental issues, she's actually further along than some of us on some things. So, after being adopted, well, previous to being adopted, I was in a foster home. And I was taken away from my parents because of sexual abuse outside the family, and they discovered that my parents were mentally challenged. And my sister and I, who ended up in the foster home with me as well, we both suffered from malnutrition and lice and scabies and all manner of just nasty stuff. So we ended up in this foster home. We thought we were going to be okay. And we were 4 and 6 at the time. And that family turned out to have its own issues. And we were physically abused for 4 years. So, you know, I've been through that scenario as well. After being adopted, my mother, my aunt mother, passed away about the time I was 11. And I became the mother for the entire family. And so at 11 years old, I would come home, I would cook, I would clean, I would make sure that, you know, everything was taken care of. All the scheduling with my brother and my sister were taken care of. My father knew where he needed to go because he went down a slippery slope into alcoholism. And thank God he is now over that. And because he's such a great guy, you know. But he was severely depressed, and somehow at age 11 I understood this and just kind of took over. Um, and then after high school, joined the military. Uh, and when I got out, I moved to Texas. And the reason why I moved to Texas was because my father was stationed there at one point, and I just really loved the vibe. Um, and so I moved back to Texas, and I got married and had two children, and turns out that the gentleman that I was married to was emotionally abusive. Didn't even realize it for years. But when I did, I went through a really nasty divorce. Um, so, been there, done that. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is simply to illustrate that I'm not someone who can't relate on several topics here. Um, After having my children, and working for years and years and years, 60, 70 hours a week, I found out about my medical issues and ended up fighting for my disability. We will get into that video, um, because I know just how hard it is to struggle getting that when you really, really do need it. But I got it, and my kids and I settled there in Texas and raised them. And as soon as they were old enough, they moved out, and I got a smaller project. I would say a smaller house, but it was a project. And so I went out and I bought a brand new shed and converted it completely myself with electricity and everything, insulation. So I know how to do all that. And I believe that, getting your hands dirty and doing the work yourself, I realize it's not for everyone. But if you're able, there is no greater pleasure and sense of achievement than to live in a home that you personally put together yourself. Just amazing. But I did have to sell the cabin and come home. Wherever home is. I've lived in so many places. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a sense of who I am, where I've come from personally. And also just to tell you guys that I am very blunt. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. If you're dealing with something, I'm going to tell you. You can take it however you want. Take it or leave it. I always tell people that. It's not my purpose to make all of your decisions for you. Having said that, I will try to give you as much information as I can and give you resources to help you further. That's kind of where I want to go with this. But we also will test out some products, some holistic products, to let you find out what works, what doesn't, what is just a myth, that kind of thing. So if you guys are interested in any of these topics, or interested in doing a dream interpretation with me or a past life regression with me, please let me know, and I will try to get a hold of you, and we can tackle that, because as you'll find out in the upcoming videos, it helps so much in so many areas of your life. So until then, I wish you all the best of day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.